The first corporate conversation that we have on the show. Medical devices maker is in focus. The company's stock, remember, has gained over 20% this year on account of multiple tailwinds. The exports portfolio got a boost after the US FDA's approval for the sale of two key products. Last month, the management told our channel that they plan to launch a Make in India dialysis machine, among other devices as well. So, to discuss not only the exports but the domestic outlook as well, we have with us Himanshu Baid, the managing director of the company. Thanks a lot, Himanshu, for joining in. The last time you joined us, you did say that you're targeting 20% growth in FY24 with domestic business going between 20 to 22%. Exports, you're trying around 20 to 25% in terms of a top line. I wanted to know your thoughts on which way your margins will go in FY24, mainly because one, raw material price has begun reducing, freight costs have begun reducing, nearly two-thirds of your revenues come in from exports. So what kind of margins can you guide for in FY24?
See, we have seen a Q4 where we have seen raw material prices dropping and the prices continue to be in the same range. So our guidance is for between 25 to 27% for FY24 for EBITDA margins.
Okay, all right. So 25 to 25% odd in terms of margins is what you are guiding for going into the next fiscal. What is the status with regards to the US business, Mr. Baid? Because you had indicated that you've got clearance for two products. When do you begin exports? What is the pipeline of products and what is the approval process for it?
So we have got two products recently approved under US FDA 510K program. And we hope to start exports to US for these two products by, I would say, sometime end of Q2, early Q3. We are already now preparing, our labelings and everything for that. And we are also tying up with key customers in the US with these two products. Also, we have also shortlisted a few more products that we'll be applying for US FDA very shortly. And hopefully within the year, we should get more approvals for a few more products during the year.
Okay. For these two products that you've received approval for, can you tell us what they are in the US markets? What do they do? Which segment do they fall under? And what is the kind of competition that you might see? Because we do talk a lot about pricing pressure in the generic medicines market. But what about the medical device market? What are the margins that you could generate and the two products specifically that you've received approval for?
So these two products are basically part of an infusion therapy portfolio, and they are all accessories used in infusion. And of course, the market is huge in the US, dominated by large multinational companies. But I think we are trying to tie up with large GPOs, and these GPOs will probably help us to penetrate faster in the US market. Though there is a price pressure, but I think with these products, we should be able to still maintain similar margins what we have today with our current business.
Right. What exactly is your current proportion of sales coming in from the US? I remember you looking at taking it to double digits in, sometime in the medium term. What is it right now and what's your target here?
So currently we are at around $1 million+ because that we didn't have too many approvals. But with the new approvals, we think that in next 3 to 4 years, the guidance is for around $15 to $20 million.
$15 to $20 million from $1 million right now. And as far as your renal portfolio is concerned, dialysis, I remember, accounted for about 7 to 8% of your sales. How is that likely to scale up going forward? That's the fast-growing business for you.
It is a fast-growing business. We have some headwinds because of some price pressures, because of imports coming out of China and also from FTA countries, but India's FTA. So there's a lot of duty-free import coming in from neighboring countries. So that is kind of hurting currently the bottom line. But I think we still will grow around 30 to 40% this year from the base level what we have today.
Okay. For the dialysis, the units that you would be creating and making in India, what is the cost difference from the devices which are actually, imported from China? What are the margins and the cost differences?
So when we look at China, I think because of the large manufacturing setups they have for this kind of products, so they are able to dump the market. Currently, they are dumping in the market. Probably they are selling, to our knowledge, selling around 15-20% below their cost prices. And probably that is what is hurting the market today. So also the product was unregulated till October. So there was a lot of unregulated imports coming from China and other countries. So hopefully, as time progresses, we will see the regulation going more tighter, and enforcement will be there for regulation also for quality of these devices, and that will lead to probably then a better market for us going forward. But we still think that we will do 30 to 40% growth this year.
But there must be a huge difference in terms of pricing when it comes to China, Indian devices, as well as what's available from the global MNCs. So are you seeing a huge structural shift in the Indian market, just a complete shift towards Chinese manufacturers when it comes to high-end medical devices? And that's the next leg of competition that we have to face, because we do have a very strong medical device regulation which has come out from the government. But is that enough to support the Chinese manufacturers dumping in the Indian market?
See, I think what government is doing is trying to bring in standards and regulations for medical devices. So we already have 1,400 standards already now with BIS ready, and they have started implementing them. So that will kind of stop, unregulated imports into the country. And I think in high-end space, we still see multinationals dominating the market. And in the low-end spectrum, the Chinese are trying to take market share by coming in with lower pricing. But I think long run, Make in India story is pretty much intact. A lot of new investments are coming up with 5 medical device parks, PLI scheme, and all that stuff. So when with regulatory roadmap also with new medical device policy, which was announced last month. So a lot of traction is there for the industry. A lot of work is done by at the government level to support the local manufacturing. We have a PPO order to support Make in India products. So a lot of things are there which will support. So we need some time, maybe 3-4 years for this industry to take a different shape in India.
All right. And finally, the Make in India dialysis machine, which is currently in trial phase, by when do you think it will receive all the approvals?
So we should be in final commercial production probably by mid to end of Q2.
And that would give you revenues of how much?
So we are looking at selling 200 machines this year. So that's a start for this year. But I think as time progresses, we should see maybe 50 to 70% growth in that 200% number year on year.
And a machine costs how much?
Between 5 to 6 lakh rupees.
All right, take that point. Thanks a lot. So we'll do the math here. Roughly 10 crore coming in from that product in this year, and thereafter grow 50 to 70% on that. Thank you for joining in and giving us the update on your business. Take a short break. On the other side, we'll get